are you? It is Sunday. It's time for our gamer hangout. We are just going to have some fun today. So we got to do a little bit of Kill Team Morok. It's interesting. We just got it, not too long ago, and you know how it is trying to work and find time to build the models and such. So I got some built, and we went to the coffee shop to play today. With that said, Keegan wasn't able to use his Necrons, and he lost. So that's good. This new Kill Team Morok is an interesting set with some good terrain, although I guess this terrain has been out before. But it's pretty solid terrain, pretty nice stuff. And I like Kill Team in the fact that it's much shorter. Yeah, it's quicker, to the point. And today was, about victory points. So once you hit the victory points, then you absolutely are able to win, which is what I did. Yay! So I won. Let me see something here. Let me get the chat up there for you guys. It's been a busy week. So I have got things accomplished. And yeah, so far so good. Matter of fact, I can show you if you want a little bit. I'll switch my camera over here. And before it goes too much further, would like you guys to tune into Modeling for Advantages show on this Tuesday, the 12th. We'll be there on that show. And Kaiser says it's okay for me to be on there, and he's going to let me talk too. So it'll be fun because I have fun with those guys. Him and Johnny B are cool people. So if you guys get a chance, it's Tuesday. If you're in the States, it'll be 3 o'clock. So Tuesday, 3 o'clock. All right. I've got time off of work this time, and boom, I'm going to be there. So hopefully you guys will join. I'll put a little note in our group too, and see if you guys can hang out with them too and chit chat. So let me show you what I got done. All right. Let's get this switched over here. Let's see here. How are we doing with our signal? Well, let's see. Well, I take it back. We won't be. Okay, so I guess this show isn't going to be on this Tuesday. So, Kaiser, if you're hearing this, of course, reschedule me. We're good. Just reschedule me and we can do that. So, I just noticed that now as I was going to check. And I'll send you an email back, sir. But yes. So let me show you guys what I was working on for Kill Team wise, okay? Let me get this switched to the other camera. And here we go. It's going. All right, let's see. Now, I know it's a little blurry till I get it up close, but that's on purpose. So, here's some of these new Kill Team figures. Just this guy is a sergeant. Used a new sapphire blue, and I think it came out pretty damn good. Because it offsets their gold. Of course, leather for their pouches, and this is not a super high quality camera, so you really don't see the color. It looks even better. There's this guy. Some of them are a little interesting here too, Like this dude's got a gun and a throwing knife, so that's kind of cool. He's got a throwing knife, and they're interesting. I'll tell you, they're interesting little characters. You will have to paint the arms and the guns and all that before you glue them, because it's honestly, you're not going to be able to get behind the figures to do it later. It's just going to be too much of a pain. Let me try turning this. There we go. That's a little better, I guess. So these figures came out pretty cool, though. And that, of course, is some of the Kill Team ones. Let me show you some of the bad guys. This guy was interesting. He's a big brute. Just a big hulk of a something. I don't know what he is. But there's the skin, flesh color, and then I used Vallejo skin tone, right? And then I cheated in, I didn't really cheat, but I used Colors of War. Their skin shade just works out better, I think. So if you look at him, he's kind of brutish. Hey, Mini Wormont, how are you, sir? But this one was also, wasn't too bad to put together. This guy was tricky. He's one of the blooded too. The reason is you've got to paint these things, on the back end, on the back side. If you don't, when you both these arms and the sling in this hand has to all be matched up when you glue it at once. And the problem with that is these big old fingers. You got to fumble with it. But if you don't paint some of this stuff underneath, if you don't paint his chest area, when you put those pieces on, you ain't getting to it. And so just like the head, I painted the head off. That way, when I set it in there, I could set it to the pose I wanted. And then, like some of your regular troopers, these rifles, they've all got to be painted from the backside. This is what I've got done so far. I've got to get more done. This guy here, he's got like a mutant kind of fist, man. Look at that. So that's that corn red with a little bit of Nolan oil. But this one had a problem. It had a seam issue that I filled with resin. And then I did that with his cape. The flag still needs another coat, I think. But then I got to put the decal stuff on it. That's not done. I just had to get it enough together to be able to game today. So these are what I've got done, so far. And so far it's enough. There's 11 of them there, so that's enough to fight with. And mainly that was done because I can't adult today. That's the box I carry my figures in. So, see that? Because I can't adult. Because adulting sucks. It's tiring. But that's what's taking time, man. And it's they're interesting figures, but man, the way that they've got them set up, it's ridiculously hard. But look, I got enough paintbrushes. I ordered some. I did a little video there on YouTube. Check it out. It's like 2 minutes. You can see about that there if you want. But those are going along good. Although, as you can see, my God, I still have more of them to do to finish up. Some of the stuff I painted directly on the sprue. If you don't, you're not going to get to it. So I still have my work cut out for me there, doing that. And there you go, you guys. That's kind of what Greg's been up to. Oh, hey, Mini Warmut, check out this cup I found online. Yeah, I think I'm an ultramarine space fan. Yeah, so, but I can use it for coffee, so it's all good. It is all good. So bear with me for a second and I'll switch it back. So that leaves this mini warm-up. I've got enough on the kill team stuff done that what I've got to do is crack open this. I still gotta crack this open, sir. The paint set. So my goal for this coming week is so that I'm not got multiple things open. I'm going to do something like in this order, roughly. You're thinking of Warcry? Yeah, a lot of people like it now. I kind of have an idea what it is. I'm already in a couple different directions. So Warcry, I think you'd like the figures in it too. The zombies, since you did get us hooked on Zombicide, I will get those painted too. But more or less what I'm going to do is... Oh, hello, Rosie. She says good evening from her and Johnny B. Hey, tell Johnny B I said hello back, and good evening to you too, Rosie. I'm glad you're here. And I appreciate it, you guys stopping by. I don't know if you got to see the figures I was just showing off. It was the Kill Team ones. But yeah, you might like Warcry, Mini Warmut. I mean, it all depends. I want to finish up the Kill Team sprues, and then I want to take the Zombicide figures. There's only 72 of them. And then somebody sent me another box, Mini Warmut. So I've got enough of those to paint, and that's what that paint set there is for. So, yeah, that's where I'm going, is with that, because I don't want too much open. That's why I bought that box of brushes I showed you, because I'm like, well, hell, I'm running out of paint brushes. You know, they start to fray and get a crazy hairs, and then you can only trim them so much, and then you're just out of luck and it doesn't work. So, yeah, that's where Greg's at. And Greg won today on Kill Team. Yay. Keegan could not use his Necrons, and Keegan went back to his old tactics of trying to run and hide. That doesn't work when you've got to play this like domination, like in Call of Duty domination. Like, you've got to go take the objective and hold it because of the victory points. So he hid. Oh, wow. You're getting close to getting the core set painted there. Oh, yeah, congrats. Well, it's only because Keegan didn't bum rush the objective. He tried to hide. He hid behind the walls. So if you're going to hide, then every turn I just kept adding up points. I mean, it was a 20-point victory game. I got 10 points, 2 rounds. It was done in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But that's because he was not... He's used to playing it different, so he tried to apply something else like that one. That particular scenario, you gotta go for it, or otherwise you're gonna lose. Because if you don't, the other people take it. That's where the Harlequins would be terrifying because of the distance they can travel. Oof, would not be good to go against Harlequins with that scenario we played today. I don't think he'd win. They could cover the distance, grab the objectives, and hold them. And you just have to try to kill them off. I don't think that'd work. So, yeah. Now, Rosie, I don't know if you and Johnny B have seen any of the Zombicide stuff that we've been doing, but Zombicide's a fun game, too. Of course, I like all the historical stuff you guys do, and have fun on that. I'm trying to get Mini Warmut to try tanks, but I think Mini Warmut will only take a tank if it's a giant zombie-looking figure. And he can call a tank. Then he could probably do it. So, other than that, yeah, kind of wish me luck on that. And I guess Kaiser says no show this Tuesday, so that's okay. Whenever else you want to put me on, put me on. That's all good. And yes, many more, but back to you too, sir. So, I probably shouldn't have showed off all these miniatures at first, but I'll show them off again if somebody wants to see them or anybody else wants to see them. I'm pretty proud of them. They're coming out pretty good, and so far so good. But that's my game plan, you guys. I want to get the kill team sprues finished this week, and then get working on the zombicide figures. That way, I don't got too many projects, and I'm keeping my paint schemes down in my head, you know. Because sometimes the voices argue with me, and then but it works. It works. They help me paint sometimes too. So there we go. And we do got to get another game going again, mini warm up. That'd be something too for you, Rosie and Johnny B and Kaiser. If you guys would like to join us one time, we'll even do it earlier if you want, so you guys can game, and we could do it like we did with Mythos and his wife. That's kind of fun. It's pretty fun. So, like they said on the $6 Million Man show, that old show, we are the technology, because we do. We have the technology. And Mini Warmut, he provides sound effects also, free of charge, like no money, just sound effects are free, and he does a good job at it too. So there, Mini Warmut, I threw you a compliment because you do good sound effects. So other than that, it was fun today, but it's been a hurried, hectic day, and then the terrain on this, some of those pieces, yeah, there is going to take some time on the detail because it's an insane amount of detail. You're going to do a live play of Zombicide. Is it that double-sided map that you're, or I mean, not double-sided, I'm sorry. The table you showed me earlier where you combined all the maps, is that what you're going to do? Because if you're going to do that, if I have a chance to tune in, I'll tune in and watch you too, and check it out. Your sound should work. It always does before. Turn your volume settings up, when you're using this software here. Just click that green bar and drag it to the right, and it'll adjust your mic all the way up, and you'll be able to see. Oh, okay. So, gotcha. It's a custom mission. Then you're moving on to Outbreak because you're doing them in the order they were released, correct? I think is what you said. So if you're doing them in the order that they were released, then that's cool. I mean, zombies are fun anyways. This is better than the Call of Duty zombies. That just becomes mind-numbing. It was always kind of boring to me. I mean, I played it, but it's just repetitive. And I like zombies. Matter of fact, I was one of the first people playing the zombie thing when it came out. Everybody thought it was dumb, and I was like, wow, this is going to take off. And it did. But then it just started getting goofy and dumb. And once you throw in too much, it becomes too much. So like Zombicide does not. It's zombies. Now, Mini Warmut, I ordered those doors I showed you. Now, when they come in, I'm going to get those set up too. Those are cool. I'm wondering if there isn't any other terrain. I'll have to look and see, like miscellaneous equipment things or things to make it like 3D, like on the outside. Would just add more character to the game. And I'll bet you they've been considering that too at some point. Oops, stepping on a cord. But yeah. If nothing else, I will try to watch your stream. And if I can't, I'll watch it after it ends, and that's not a problem. But it's been a busy day, man. Busy day. So I don't know. Rosie, are you still there? If you're there, I have a question for you. I know there's like a 30-second lag, so we'll see if her and Johnny B are still there. This is like 10:22 there at their time. Maybe not. Maybe they're. Oh yeah. Okay, Rosie. So if Johnny B is available, do you both want to see the miniatures I painted? Can I show them off? Can I show them off? Because I showed Mini Wormlet. If that's okay, just say yes, because I'm dying to re-show them off anyways. Awesome. Okay. Let me show you what I did. I would like your guys' opinion of this new blue, because Johnny B knows the kill, the Space Marines blue. This is an interesting blue. Hold on a second. Oops. Not that one, Greg. There we go. Yes, the Marines, but look, I did them differently. So check this out. I used, instead of ultramarine blue, I used this sapphire blue. Now this sapphire blue, this is what it looks like. I think it came out kind of cool. On these, I thought it really was interesting. It offsets like on the gold, like this sergeant. He's got a lot going on. And so I wish this was a better camera, but it is what it is. But I wanted to show you guys both and see what Johnny B thinks of this, because it's kind of a cool, different blue. I mean, it really just looks different. Oh, he has? Yeah. This is cool. I can't explain it. So I experimented with the kill team, and yeah, I think for my kill team, I'll keep it that way, and we'll see, because it's they came out really neat. Oh man, I keep clicking the wrong button. There we go. So next will be the zombies that I paint, although I'll paint them with the Zombicide paint kit that I got, and take it from there. So, and Johnny B does quite a bit of good work too, Mini Wormod. If you've seen his stuff, I know he does pretty damn good work. So yeah. Oh, yes, I primed them with. Where's my crud? I use it's a Rust-Oleum flat gray primer. And so I prime them while they're on the sprues, because this coats real lightly in it, and it's made for plastic. And I mean, it's not cheap primer, and it just really pulls the details forward. So anytime I apply blue, because it's a gray background, it makes a big difference. Like the ultramarine blue, it really stands out. It helps. And I think, yeah, I just don't do it without priming them. It's like $5 a can, but it's their top end flat gray primer, and it's for plastics or metal. So on the metal figures, priming them like this guy. Yeah, let me show you. This is not a Marine. This is just a little, like a steampunk little cowboy. You see, I primered him first, and then the colors come out pretty good. And this is a metal figure. And so I think priming them always makes a big difference. And it's just way worth it. You're going to make the investment in the model, so you may as well make the investment in just priming it. And so I take the sprues, and just primer them. You can't even hardly tell they were sprayed, but if you could see up close, you could even see the chainmail on the saw blades, and it's just outstanding primer. And I would go outside and use it. Obviously, it's a spray, but it coats so nice it doesn't clump up that I just don't use it. I mean, I won't paint without using it is what I mean. I'm not going to go without using it. And that's just my preference. Now, I mean, if you were going to paint brighter colors, then I think maybe I get their version of like a white, a flat white. So your brighter colors stood out more. But um, yeah, Dee was saying that it looks a little bit like a teal, but she's seen it in person today, so it's not. It looks better than what the camera can show you, that blue, and it's just something different. So these are different type of marines. I'm not familiar with these like I am the ultramarines, so I mean, they're completely different model wise. So I thought, what the hell? If I use this paint, what's the worst case scenario? I have a kill team. I have to reprimer and just repaint, but it didn't work out that way. It worked out pretty phenomenal. So, um, yeah, the sapphire rosy, it does look metallic with a gloss. It's like it's got its own shine material in it, so you don't have to gloss over it to do that. It dries, doesn't look like it's got so much of a gloss when it dries, but once the paint settles and dries, poof, it does. It's like they got shiny metal armor, and it's just, I don't know. It's just more interesting to me than the standard paint. So because I got an entire army of guys, just standard blue. So well, thank you, Rosie. I appreciate it. They did come out nice. I really am kind of proud of them, and then the other guys are working out good too. But I can only give you guys advice that I painted the pieces before I put them together because I'm not getting a paintbrush behind a lot of it. You know, and you'll tell because you won't see the colors come out from around like the weapons and stuff. So, um, but I appreciate that because compliments from you guys, I appreciate, especially when I've seen the work that you guys do, which is pretty damn amazing. All of you. Many Warmont sells himself short. He doesn't think he does a good job. I think he does a very good job, and it's very nice looking there, sir. Same with Johnny B's, and a lot of you guys, man, are just phenomenal painters. And so when people say they like my work, I appreciate that because it's coming from people who know how to do their work. And not as good as I'd like to be, but working on it and having fun. So that's all you can do. With paint, the good thing is if you mess up, just repaint it. I used to worry about it. I'm like, nah, if I make a mistake, I can fix it. Unless you drop the miniature and you go forward to get it and step on it. But then you can't. Yeah. But otherwise, um, you've worked on enough models when Zap-A-Gap no longer glues your fingers together when you touch it because you're just immune to it at that point. It's kind of nice. Decades of practice. Yep. That's what it takes, man, from painting things like I don't know, Rosie. Your guys' stuff looks pretty fantastic. And some of the stuff, I can't remember who it was, one of your guys' posts. Johnny B put up some terrain. This guy, he painted, it was beautiful rubble. Just the way it was realistic. It was a super nice job. I remember I commented. I don't remember who the person was, but it was fantastic stuff. So it it comes out when you work hard on something. It's just nice. So and it makes it more fun to put it on the table, and there you go. So I guess enough chit chat about that. But today was fun. I got to actually take those miniatures and play with them, and that's a good thing. So got to finish that, finish Zombicide, and finish my aliens because I still got my alien queen to build, and I still got the ultimate badass edition that is over here crying in the box like, Greg, you forgot me. Like I didn't forget you. I'm sorry. It's Mini Warmutt's fault. He distracted me with Zombicide. So he's the local plastics dealer, we call him, because he's all like, here's a little taste of it. It's free. And I'm like, damn it, I'm hooked now. He's like, oh, see? Then that's it. You're done. You play the game and you realize, wow, this is fun. Decisions. Go make cookies with your wife. Make sure she stays happy, Mini Wormut. You're okay. That's kind of a hard thing. Molasses cookies. You're not supposed to be eating cookies anymore, are you, sir? But go help her make them. That's what I would do. Give her a hint. Um, you could do both. It's a possibility. I mean, you can multitask, right? Can you not game while making the batter? Or not? Probably not. Probably wouldn't be a good idea. But one never knows, sir. One never knows. But our games are fun. So next time you set one up with uh, Mythos and his wife, we'll see if we can drag Brian from Weird World War II in. Rosie and Johnny B are welcome. Kaiser, any of you guys, anybody that wants to do it, that's the whole thing's about. Just hang out, have some fun, and game a little bit. Besides, it gives me an excuse to drink coffee and show your guys' mugs off. So, oh, wait, here's a dad joke. Is this considered a mug shot or not? Ah, sorry. It's kind of a criminal joke. I won't do that again. No, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. Here's another mug shot. Mugs are my thing. Here's another mug shot too. But this one I found. So there you go. Everybody's seen my mug shots. There you go, Mini Warm-Up. Say, I seen Greg's mug shots today. And people automatically go, what? You're like, yeah, he held up coffee cups. Then you have something to say. You eat cookies, you just have to use almond flour and monk fruit instead of the real stuff. It's probably healthier for you. And if you can't tell the difference, then maybe do that. Because, some of that stuff is not good for you, We should do a Gamers with Coffee food edition because all gamers love food, right? Swap recipes and healthy stuff, so. And some of the stuff you honestly can't tell a difference. In some, it's phenomenal. But I used to not pay attention to ingredients years ago, but now I do. Now you realize there's an awful lot of terrible stuff in your food. Whatever cheapest junk they can throw in there to sell a product, you got to watch it. Because a lot of that stuff's bad for you, But I do have a question for you, Minnie. I understand almond flour, you can grind them. But how do you get milk out of an almond? I don't understand where almond milk comes from. Like cows, I understand that. Strawberry milk comes from a pink cow. I get that. But where does almond milk come from? There's questions in this universe that need to be answered, sir. They do. One day we'll find those answers. Yeah, well, coffee, there's nothing bad in it for you. The caffeine, unless you drink enormous amounts of it. Chai tea, yeah, that's a different kind of that's a different kind of thing. You got to kind of get used to. But some of them are good. Now, like if you want to cut down on your coffee or your caffeine, you can get the decaf. But if you do, get the water decaf, because there's only two ways they decaffeinate coffee. One is by running it through a whole bunch of nasty, dangerous chemicals that they say is okay, that you really don't want in your system, or the other way is water. So they use water to extract it. You want the water processed ones. You do not want where it says chemically processed. It's all sorts of terrible chemicals they run that stuff through. It's like the lettuce in your stores. In order to kill it, they run it through that conveyor belt and dunk it in bleach. Well, that's not healthy to be eating a lot of bleach. So you can mix it then, is what I'm getting at. Your coffee will be like half and half. So it's not if you're worried about the caffeine. But I'm not too worried about the caffeine. I don't drink enough of it to warrant worrying about it, really. So D says, puree the almonds in a mixer, water poured into a strainer bag, squeeze the liquid into a bowl or cup, uh, pureed almonds separately, and oatmeal or baking. So that's a lot, but you can do that. See what I mean? In Mini Warmite, you had something like that. Good grief, I'm doing it the hard way. I'm just buying it already done. Yep, there's all sorts of ways to eat healthier. You just have to learn to do it. That's all you got to do is learn to eat healthier. And it's very hard to do because all of your convenience stuff is terrible. And they will tell you, oh, it's not bad if you eat it in little amounts, except they know you're eating it in massive amounts all the time. Yes, you're right. I got my answer, Mini Warm. I did. I was curious because I just never seen anybody milking almonds. I was like, where? How? What do you do with this? I mean, like I've been to dairy farms, but never an almond farm. So I don't know Mini Warm. Honest answer, honest questions. That's what we're all about. Now this group has turned into fact finding. Huh. That's different though. So whatever. We'll do that. That is true. Don't ask a question you don't want the answer to. Fine, D. Fine. What is the winning lotto numbers for next week? Please do tell. That's my question of the week. Many more about texted back. He doesn't need any stinking money. Okay, well, but Greg does. So the winning lotto numbers will work. That would work. I know. I'm just being a dork. I've been out in the sun today too, so. Oh, doing some landscaping this morning. Well, it was a little cooler. It was the best way to do it. Yes, if you do it yourself, you know there's no additives. That is also okay, Mini Wormite. You're a funny, funny guy. Um, Beetlejuice was made with a few $1 million special effects and a lot of makeup. You're talking about the movie? Otherwise, regular Beatles, I don't know, I can get a crush them, I guess. I don't know how we got off of gaming on that. Well, gamers and food, though, I mean, it is something that goes together. We should do a gamers with coffee recipe night one night. Okay. Let me write that down. Let's see if I can afford to save up to buy ice. Vodka, that's expensive stuff. Raspberry liqueur, blue Caraco. Yeah, sure, sure, Mini Worm. I have to go spend $60, $70 just to make one drink. But that sounds good. D says almond udders are hard to find and require practice. Yeah. Yes, Mini Wormite. Water is charged for in this city, sir. So yeah, gotta save to pay the water bill to make ice or something to that effect. Plus, it costs electricity to make ice, and yeah. Or you can go buy it in a bag, I hear, but then it costs more. And the reason I say that is when we went camping just the week before, 2 weeks ago, I stopped to get a bag of ice. Now, just a regular bag of ice that was always $1.49, $1.99, $7. $7 for frozen water. So, 2 bags, $14 just for ice. So yeah, sometimes you have to save for ice. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. Yeah, you guys are running out of water. So are other places. It's gonna be interesting here, not too far down the road, at the rate reservoirs are drying up and all that. Yeah, I don't know, D. I find what you're saying utterly ridiculous. It just It's not believable. And I'm just joking. Um, yeah, so here it's just to go buy frozen, water is getting expensive. Yes, we used to be able to go to them and get ice, by the bucket out of their ice machines. But I don't know if you can still do that out here. I don't know. So I don't know. But this is Iowa. They drink a lot of beer. So I don't think it even has time to get cold. So it's the number one drink out here for the most part. And then there's people like me that I don't know. That Beetlejuice thing sounded good. That's interesting. If I had the money to invest, I'd have to get investors to go in on it with me. But it sounds like a good drink. I used to just drink like vodka and 7-Up or vodka orange juice or the White Russians with vodka, Kahlua, which is coffee based, and cream, half and half over ice. It's really good. Sneak around to cheap hotels and borrow ice. Yeah, sure, sure. Be a heck of a way to go to jail, huh? What are you in here for? Stealing ice. What? Yeah. I just somehow you don't want to. If you're gonna go to jail, you don't want to go be locked up and be a mockery. You know, like that person that got arrested for beating somebody up over chicken nuggets. How do you go to jail and go, yeah, I'm in prison for committing a felony over chicken nuggets? I mean, what the hell? You just don't. You're just not going to want that. It's got to be something better than that. Many more money. And I'm not saying that people should commit crimes at all. I'm just saying going to jail for stealing ice. Uh, yeah, yeah. I don't know. It would be interesting though. I could see the article now. So. But I do expect that will probably happen to Keegan at some point, just because it's Keegan, and at some point it might happen. You know, that's all I can say. But that's it, my guy. That is it. I'm just gonna have to invest in an ice machine, or we can wait till winter, set big things of water out, and make ice chunks. But then, where do you store it? It's a catch-22, mini Warmut. Like, what do you do? I don't know. All I know is I beat Keegan today on Kilty. We had some fun. We had some iced coffee, and we were good to go. And it sounds like you're eating healthier, and you are, D, and that's good too, you guys. Everybody should at least try to read maybe what's on those packages. You'd be surprised, especially when you see TSP and you realize that's what you clean walls with before you paint them. It tells you not to eat it, but it's used as a food preservative. But it shouldn't hurt you if you don't eat too much. When you buy the can at the store, it says don't ingest it. So, I don't know. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, you know what, Mini Wormut? This is funny, but I doubt they'd be denied. Somebody would take those miniatures and hold them because you know how expensive they are. Somebody be, you know what? This guy's got da da da. We'll post bail for him. Could be like California. Um, Back in the day, one lady out there went to bail her boyfriend out of jail. She took in a kilo of cocaine and said, "Hey, it's worth X amount on the street. I want to use this to bail him out." They literally laughed and called the female officer and then arrested her. But she was shocked because she's like, well, it's worth X amount. So, hey, Mini Warmut, people will try. And Warhammer miniatures, they're worth some money. Matter of fact, we're going to have to start getting insurance, like gaming insurance, you guys. Especially you, Mini Warmut. You have an entire, what do you got in Zombicide? Like 20, 25,000, probably something like that. You might want to get it insured. Yeah, wow. Well, hello, Mythos. You're just coming in the middle of the conversation with me being arrested for stealing ice and trying to bail myself out of jail with my Warhammer miniatures, which I'm trying to tell Mini Warmut they're worth money. I could probably get bail for them. And Mythos says hi. Yes, you are my fellow Ultramarine brother also, sir. And I was showing them off earlier. And I did win today, Mythos. Playing Kill Team. I won against Keegan because Keegan jumped the wall and instead of going for the objective, ran and hid behind the building so he could sneak out and attack, leaving me to sit there with the objective. 2 turns, it was over. I got all the victory points. So, it was fun. Well, thank you. Thank you. But, yeah, glad you could pop in there, Mythos. By the way, Mythos, you have a minute. It's a dumb joke, but I told Mini Warmut, I said, look, does this count as my mugshot? Look, Mythos, a mugshot. You can tell your wife, Lily, poor Greg, I seen his mugshot today. See? Mugshot. So, it might be stupid, but it works. I did it for Rosie, too. I said, mugshot. There you go. And Brian is going to make cookies, Mythos. So, I don't know if he's gonna send me any over, but they probably would just go bad. Yeah, it was. You can just tell him it's a mugshot there. Thank you, Mythos. So, oh, look at this cup I found, no Mythos, because we're both like Ultramarines, or Marines anyways. Check this out. It's just a cup to have. I thought it was cool, so I picked it up. Because why not? Got to have something. Now I've got enough coffee cups, man. I use all of them, too. So, as long as I don't drop them, I'm good. But yeah, it's been a good day. So, got the miniatures, most of them enough done to game with. And then me and Brian have just kind of gone off the deep end. We were talking about how to get almond milk out of almonds because I've been to a dairy farm, but never an almond farm. And so then, Dee had to explain to me that there's not really an almond farm, which I'm disappointed because I've never seen almonds milk, but I don't know. Yes, sir. Exactly. And Mini Warmut needs to get a cup design too. At least a 20-ouncer. There you go. You could do like a tumbler to put those Beetlejuice drinks in. So you could advertise your coffee cup well having something cold to drink. Yeah. And yes, Mini Warmut, we know how you roll because you have a dice camera and you use it. So we know how you roll. I like your guys' attitudes. That's the way to be. You got to have a little tiny bit of fun in life. So I checked on Amazon. Humor is out of stock right now because I was going to order like a big chunk so I could break it up and grind it down with several people. I'm going to put it in the shakers and sprinkle on. But apparently, supply chain problems. So humor's just not in stock right now. So no, Mini Warmut, McCraig is not a sandwich from McDonald's. That's as bad as me going in a drive-thru asking them for a McSquirrely, and I did that to the poor lady. And she goes, McSquirrely? I said, yeah, a fried squirrel patty with barbecue sauce, like the McRib, right? It's a seasonal thing. We used to get them, and I listed off another state. And she wouldn't check with her manager. The manager got on the mic. I had to explain to her I was just joking. When I got up to the window, they just gave me the meal. They said it was worth the laugh. So I don't know. It was funny though. But no, it's not a McDonald's sandwich. But I'm going to tell you guys this. I ordered a table to game with that came the week before, and I'm going to do a little video I would like you guys both to watch. I'll try to make it like 2 minutes or less. But especially mini Warmut and would work good because this table also meet those. It's a 4-foot by 4-foot table. So you can picture your 30 or 36 inch, by 30 or 36 inch maps. They're going to fit on it real well with room for whatever. If you're playing whatever, Warhammer or tanks or any of that. And it's got fold out legs, sturdy as hell. It'll hold 550 pounds, which means, if Keegan decides to get on top of the table and dance and jump, it's not going to break. And no, I'm not saying Keegan's heavy. I'm just saying it would stand up to the abuse. And these people went way out of their way on customer service for me. So I'm going to do a little video for them. I'm not an affiliate. I don't get nothing. But as gamers, it's nice to know when you invest a little bit of money that people absolutely go out of their way to make it right. So I'll put that up. Plus, it'll seat 8 people, so you could use it for dinner too, or when Mini Warmont has taco night. Go up to the cashier and ask her how much is a 49-cent drink. Oh, I got one better for you, Mini Warmont. Go to the dollar store and walk up to them and say, "There's no price on this. Can you tell me how much this item is?" And then have the worker go, "Oh, just a minute. Let me ask my manager. It's a dollar store. Nothing's over $1." And this poor person went to ask their manager. Think, people. You just a little fun. But there's no more 49-cent drinks anywhere. And that's all I can tell you. So there you guys have it. A little bit of insanity, a little bit of fun. And I did get this, though. And these are cheap, but I want to show you guys. And see what your opinion is since you two are on here. And because I just like to switch cameras too, man. You guys don't want to see my face the whole time. So let's see here. This is, check it out, a hit counter. I mean a command point and victory point, not a hit counter, I'm sorry. So, this is from Litco. And I think for Kill Team, Warhammer, look at this is really cool. It's just acrylic, nothing fancy. But there you go. I seen this and I thought this would be really handy to have. So you're not trying to make notes or whatever and you just stick it in your pocket. So just something to show off. I thought it was cool. Where did I get this? I did not get this from Etsy. It was not from Etsy. Believe it or not, I got this from Amazon, Litco. Like, I'll post a link if I can find it. But it was only like, I want to say, it's like $11 or $12 or something. Maybe it's a little more now because everything's gone up. But I just got this last month, and I forgot to take it today. But it is so nice, and these are metal pins, so it's not plastic. But very nicely done. Very nicely done. And it's the Litco Command and Victory Point Tracker, compatible with Warhammer Kill Team, and it's the fluorescent one. I just thought the colors popped, and it was cool. So I want to show that to you because for me that's going to be a helpful item for me to use. So I'll pass that along for you, Mini Warmut and Mythos. I'll send you guys the link. I'll literally find it when I'm done with the show, and then I'll send it in Messenger, and you guys can go check it out, see what you think. Um, but that's way worth it. And very nicely done. And it's an official Litco. So Litco makes good stuff. Um, yeah, you know what, Mythos? When you said a couple, that was my mistake. I ordered one because I'm like, all right, is it worth it? So let's order one and see. Yeah, most definitely, this thing is solid, man. If you threw it like I'll test it. I will throw it at Keegan and try bouncing off his head the next time. I'll bet it leaves a mark. But very heavy duty, very worth it. Warcry starter set. I don't know. You can find Warcry starter set. Thank you. I just wanted to make sure it was worth the money, but I will tell you right now, Mythos, if you go to order it, grab yourself two of them, because if you're playing with somebody else and you have one, it's going to save trying to turn a dice, trying to write things down, and you just toss it in with your stuff, and it's nice. They're very nice, and it goes up to pretty high count. Let's see, like the command points go up to 12, and the victory points, they go, oh my god, they go up to 30. So you got more than enough command points and victory points to use. Yes, I would beat those. It's worth it. I mean, we invest so much into the hobby that things like this, they're not very much. It's like these brushes. I did a little unboxing on my channel. It's like 3 minutes. I got 17 pretty high quality brushes, like for $25. And in our hobby, that's cheap. And I've been using the brushes and they work great. And I thought, supply chain issue, right? Well, I'm going to grab a handful of brushes, and sometimes the other ones in bags aren't that good, but these were very nice. But this counter, I mean, excellent, worth it. I would have paid $20 for that because it's not junk. It's solid and it's fairly thick. So I'll stop yapping about that. Pick yourself up. I don't think you're gonna be disappointed at all. But I'll try to find you the link to the exact one I got because I think there's another version by a different company. I would get the Litco one. They're just known for stuff. Plus, you guys have seen my Star Wars, the X-Wing templates that I have made for Gamers with Coffee. I ordered them from Litco and paid to have them engraved. And their stuff's not junk. Like the flames I use on the tanks to show that the tanks are burning or smoke that I bought from Litco, way worth it. Way worth it. So I've never run across anything of theirs that I would say is crap. And yeah, I can't say enough about it. Yes, Mini Warmite, you have enough miniatures. You might need more brushes and paint though, because you do pretty good, like I said earlier, on paint. So, but now I will be for sure getting another one of these because you need at least two. You're always going to have two players. And with Kill Team, you can modify it. You can have 4 people playing. You can have 4 groups. You can make your own objectives. You can do what you want with it. So you could easily add 4 people to a board, especially if you just got small little squads of 4 or 6. You're fine. Red Harvest minis, yeah. Yeah, Hobby Lobby does have good ones. This one come in this hard case tube. It's just cardboard, and then each one of these is sealed, and they're all got this tip, and they're the triangular ones. So when you hold them, you've got those flat surfaces between your 3 fingers to grip. So for the amount of brushes shipped in a protective thing, and it's got a little pouch that I guess is nice. I'm going to take them out and put them in my holders, but it was worth it for the safety of the brushes too. And they're very good. And Hobby Lobby, like I've gone and gotten like the little zip packages, and they're good. But on some of the stuff, man, I need to have really fine points um, to get into things. Or I use like to get the eyes on these guys. You know, they're really hard to get those little tiny red eyes. So what Greg uses is a toothpick. That I just dip the toothpick, in the paint, and then kind of roll on a paper towel. Just get enough on it when you touch the eye, it kind of just drops in there and it fills in. Otherwise, it'll overbrush. The pouch would be, yeah. So this would be excellent for you, Mythos. Oh, damn it! Because I'll take this pouch all the way out. So you know, it's a pretty nice pouch with a ton of brushes. But this ain't no cheesy little cardboard junk thing it came in either. So they're made in Spain, so they seem to be pretty good. Yes, Mini Warmite. He says, I have yet to see a brush that guides the painter's hand to get a perfect paint job. No, Greg, invent that brush and I will. My money was, well, yeah, yeah. But then again, that takes the fun out of, doing these guys, right? Watch this. Notice. Let me take my guys out of here. I'm going to show you something. So you're gonna laugh, I think, you guys, when you see the box I have. See this box? That's what I can't do every day. Being an adult sucks sometimes. Yes, there is a link there, Mythos, that I put in there. And so if you use the link, yes, it's the affiliate link for our group. One day, there'll be enough sales. They'll get me the money to get a game that I can review and give away. That's the goal. If you want to use a link, go for it. If not, look up the brushes. Either way, it's like this Litco command and victory point thing. I mean, some things are worth it. These are not junk brushes, Mythos. I've been painting with them, and I've got some damn good detail out of it now. So far, so good, because there's just a lot of painting to do, and so it's hard to do. You love what? Oh, uh, yeah. So everybody wants to throw their miniatures down. We've all talked about this, right? Painted. Of course, I'm not one of those, and neither are you guys. People will game whether or not they're painted, but you just want them painted because that's part of the addiction. I mean, the hobby. I get it confused because it technically feels like an addiction, but you're gonna want to paint them for the most part, and yeah, and I mean, you can see the detail that I got out of these guys, man. When I showed them off earlier, that the brushes have done well, and I just use. You're gonna probably laugh. I got a little tiny coffee cup. I keep water in. I use the Citadel, paint that they have, the painter's cup. But this little espresso cup, my granddaughter's, we got some of these, so I'm like, yeah, look at that. So. And of course, these are extremely handy to hold on to your miniatures with. But the paintbrushes, I'm like, I'm tired of hearing about the supply chain thing. It's already affecting our hobby. It's just going to get worse. Like, I'm just going to grab a box of brushes. So after doing a bunch of research and looking around and reading, I bought these, and I can't complain. I mean, I got a nice handful of them, and they run about $25, but for 17 brushes, that's pretty damn good. And I can't really afford to go in and spend $10, $15, $18 for one brush. Um, I can't. Not just for one brush because I need too many different types of brushes. And, you know, that's it. So Oh, I was going to show you something else, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, so a couple of neat items you guys can check out if you want. And if you're going to travel, they come in that too, and that's what I would do. Since I'm not traveling with them, I'll probably take them out and put them in my brush holder, and that way it's, you know, they're there when I need them. But knowing me, because I get weird sometimes, they'll probably sit in there, and I'll take them out one at a time as I use it. So, and remember, me, where not to drink the paint water, not too much of it. You've got to ease your way into that, a little at a time, little at a time. It's the only way you can do it. Eventually, you can drink the cup without your stomach like giving you fits. But there you go, my friends. That pretty much kind of rounds it up, sums it up. Uh, get yourself one of those command point thingamabobs, Mythos. You're going to like it. And yeah, you can search for that while you're on Amazon. Uh, Search it up. And remember, it's Litco. And I believe that's where I got it from, because they have a store there. Um, I pay for Amazon Prime because I use it enough that I don't want to pay individually on each shipping. So a lot of my stuff ordered to them. Somebody's going to take my money. I may as well do it where I'm getting free deliveries and stuff like that. So dang, fly. And there we go. All right. I hope you guys have a good evening. I guess I'll go ahead and round it up here. Wait, when you go live? Yeah, when you go live, yes, you can, Mini Warmut. Use your cell phone to check on the chat. You can. Just turn your volume down. But you got to remember there's a delay. So, like when we do the game live, it's live between all of us at the same time. But to somebody watching on YouTube, it's about 20 to 30 seconds difference. Okay, so remember, if you watch your comments on your cell phone, there's a delay from what you say to what they answer and so on. Yes, Amazon Prime Mythos is way worth it to me. I'm not employed by Amazon, but it's just way worth it. I've ordered enough stuff. I more than save my money on shipping. It comes to my door, and it's less running around I have to do. So yeah, I think. Well, and plus it's got all the movies and all this other stuff. If you want to do that, so there's a lot to it. And so far, you can find some things cheaper somewheres, but if you shop around on Amazon, pretty much find what you want for about as well as I'll order off eBay too. I actually started up my own little Gamers with Coffee eBay account and have sold a couple of the miniatures, like my sniper that couldn't hit shit. He got sold, and just a few things that I don't need. And what I did is turn around, and because they didn't sell for very much, $5, $10 kind of a thing. I turn around, like, buy paint with it. So I'm getting rid of something I'm not using, and then I'm buying something with it that I need, and it doesn't come out of my paycheck. And someone else is getting a good deal because I'm not there trying to price gouge the hell out of them for a miniature. I just want to get some paint. Yes. So, for instance, I didn't have the money because somebody talked me into buying Zombicide Invader. Not sure who that is. But before I bought that, I was considering buying the Waterloo set. It's normally like $80, and somebody had it for $54. It's like, I can only do one, I can't do both. And I got Zombicide. But holy cow, I haven't seen it come back to that. But otherwise, it would have been a steal. And every once in a while, you're going to see some of these stores, it's not selling for them. So they just price drop something and they're done with it. I think I paid one of these bottles of paint. I got charged $1 shipping and paid $1.49 for it, like less than $3. You know, and it was from they didn't do Amazon Prime, so you had to pay the shipping, but it still was cheaper than going down. Mini Wormwood. Yep, yep. When you say buy it, buy it, and that was a hell of a deal. Half of what it was going for. So when you sent that to me, Keegan, you sent it to Keegan too, and Keegan said, "Greg, I'm going to get this. Don't worry about it." I said, "Okay." I talked to Keegan later. I said, "So when's it coming?" He goes, "What?" I said, "Oh my God." I said, "Never mind. You forgot. I'll order it." Nope, it was sold out. And I mean, boom, gone. Who's my pusher? That would be you, Mini Warmont. You. That'd be you. Yeah. You're the plastic dealer for Zombicide. You started another addiction. I just try to host group therapy, but I'm not a licensed group therapist. But the voices say I do okay, so I'm not worried about it. That's why we do group every week. But we all have things we have to deal with right in life. So rather it be a plastic addiction than, I don't know, something else. Other addictions are more expensive. Mini Wormwood says, I tease. You don't tease, Mini Wormwood. I've never heard you be sarcastic, make a joke, or even a funny. So we understand you're serious. It's okay. You're good. But yeah, you don't want to miss those coupons for sure. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys stopped by. And I'll go ahead and I guess I'll end it, but not before saying check out Mini Wormwood's channel. Check out Frost and Fist, where Mythos is. Check out Modeling for Advantage. And if you're on our channels, look at the ones we follow and support and check those channels out because we all support different gamers. Um, and that's the way to do it. You go ahead and take off and bake your cookies. Um, Mini Wormwood, thank you. I will try to take care. Mythos, enjoy your shopping. Look for that Litco counter. It's way worth it, dude. Get 2 of them. You ain't going to be disappointed. Because I'm going to order another one at the end of this week because I'm going to need 2. But I appreciate you coming on the show also, sir. You're always welcome to be here. Tell your wife I said hi and freak, and I will let you guys go. Okay? You guys have a good evening. We'll see you next Sunday. Thank you for supporting this channel. I appreciate it. Have a good day, guys.